What's going on, everybody? Bobson1984 here again, and today it's preview and prediction video time for Newcastle United versus Huddersfield Town in the Championship. Now, obviously, Newcastle started their Championship season with a defeat away to Fulham last week. So this game, I think, has got a little bit more of an importance than excitement feeling for me, because I feel like obviously all the eyes are on Newcastle. We're the typical, big club. We're the Barcelona of the Championship. Everyone wants to come to St James's Park and put in a performance. Obviously, every time an away team comes, they're going to sell their allocation out, just as Huddersfield have today. And I've got a feeling that this is big, because Newcastle really do need to show that they are, that everyone's together, everyone's going in the same direction. Obviously, all of the new signings are going to have to jump in and start contributing straight away. Not only does Rafa Benitez need to, obviously, get it addressed in terms of, the objective at hand, which is promotion. We need to get, obviously, the first win on the board. As soon as you get that first win on the board, everyone can start just settling down, and the pressure will slowly start coming off. So I think today is a little bit more important than a lot of people are giving the game credit for. I do think that Newcastle will make changes to the team that started last week. I would be surprised to see Diarmi not start. I do think that there's a place for Shelvey as well. Because when he came on against Fulham, he actually gave us that little bit more creativity in terms of a passing range in midfield. So I would be disappointed to see Shelvey not at least get some game time today. I thought Jose Perez was really poor last week, and I think a lot of people are riding their hopes on Perez. Obviously scored a lot of goals this season, which he might do, but he also needs to adjust to the Championship. I think his type of game is not suited for this league, so he needs to do some changes to his game, I think, to get the goals that we need him to score. Dwight Gale, I think, had an alright debut. He didn't really have a sniff. Matt Ritchie played a lot better when he was switched over in the second half, and obviously should have scored. But I do think that Newcastle will win today. I know I said obviously we'll win quite comfortably last week against Fulham when we got beat, but I do think we will win. I'm going to go for us to win 2-1. I'm not going to go for any big scores. I do think it's going to be another nervous performance, because Newcastle are... I'm not saying obviously they're nervous, but Newcastle, as I say, will be looking at getting those first 3 points as quickly as possible. If we draw today and Norwich win and Villa win, obviously a lot of things will start. Oh, well, what's going on? We're already 5 points behind and stuff like that. I know how Newcastle fans think, but surely we've got to give them a bit of time. But if it was to go on longer and longer where we didn't get a win, obviously that pressure would just mount. So I think today is quite important. I do think Newcastle, as I say, will win 2-1. As obviously I've said, I do think that some of the new signings, such as Diarmi, maybe Kieran Clark, might play. I don't necessarily think Clark will start, because I think obviously you want to be given Lascelles is a good go as captain. I would like to see Mbemba come back in. Mbemba and Lascelles should be our back two. And I think I'm quite impressed with Janmaat as well. The fact that he, a lot of people thought that he would be one of the first to jump ship, but no, he's actually seems to have adapted to the Championship in terms of a change of attitude, and he played quite well against Fulham last week. And I would like to see him put in another performance, because he's done it many a times against the Premier League. If he does it like he does against the Premier League sides, then it should be easier against Championship opposition. But yeah, no disrespect to Huddersfield. I do think obviously Newcastle will win. I'm going to go with it quite comfortable. I know, as I've said 2-1, but I think it should be quite comfortable. But that's definitely no disrespect to Huddersfield. And obviously, I am expecting them to come up and give us a game. And obviously, a full sellout of fans, with nothing but praise for teams that do that. Obviously, come to St James's Park, it was the same as the Championship last time. Well done on that account to Huddersfield. But yeah, I think it's going to be 2-1. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a win for Newcastle, or do you think there's going to be another surprise in store for Rafa Benitez? My name is Bobson1984, and I'll see you all later for the reaction video. Thanks for watching.